Hi everyone, welcome back to Thrift Witch. Today I have another haul of unique collectible items that I picked up while out thrifting at my local thrift stores. I'm going to share those with you, and then they'll become up for sale either at the Thrift Witch booth at the Gore Street Flea Market in Perth, Ontario, or perhaps online on thriftwitch.ca. First thing I'm going to talk about today is this owl spooner. This is a vintage item, perhaps from the 70s, maybe even early 80s. It is ceramic. This was a common form, and the belly could be a poem or a saying, or it might be an advertising piece or a tourist piece with the name of a city or town. This one says, "My house. My house is small, no mansion for a millionaire, but there is room for love and there is room for friends, that's all I care." This is a nice little vintage piece for the kitchen, and it can also be hung up as it has the hole there for hanging on the wall. Next up are a couple more of these cute vintage rabbit cotton ball holders. I will be hanging on to these probably for Easter. These were commonly given as gifts to children. I'm going to say in the 70s. I know that my sister and I received a pair of these in colors, I think pink and blue or maybe pink and green. They're sweet, and they make great little display pieces at Easter time. Or, you know, cotton ball dispensers if you need a cotton ball dispenser. Next, I have this little planter here. It is in perfect condition. It has this little sleeping angel, and it has this prayer. "Now I lay me down to sleep." I don't normally purchase a lot of, let's say, religious items, but to me the cherub or the little angel and the fact that it's a planter and quite a nostalgic little prayer, I did pick this piece up. It does say on the back, "L'amour China, hand painted," with a model number, made in Japan, and enterprise exclusive. I believe L'Amour China is actually a Canadian company, so this item may not have been available internationally. It might actually be something that was only available here in Canada. It is a delightful little planter, and I think it's just adorable. Next is a little piece of Avon. There are lots and lots of hen-on-nest out there made by companies far and wide, from Jeanette and Westmoreland and etc. This is actually a piece of Avon. I had not seen this before, the Avon hen-on-nest. I don't pick up a lot of Avon pieces. They're not super collectible anymore. However, this being a hen-on-nest actually really does make it something that could be desirable. It's in great shape, no chips or cracks, nothing wrong with its little beak or its little comb. And so I think somebody who collects hen-on-nest, and if they don't have this one, that might be something that they're interested in. Up next is a little dough doll. I picked this up rather inexpensively. These are, I think again, this is going to be something that was sort of a 70s, 80s item. This sort of a fad of making dolls and figurines out of dough. And she says, I believe she says "Special Grandma." On the back here, she is signed Langley, BC, Enid, Canada. And you can actually really tell from the back that this is baked dough, or I don't think maybe dough is the right word. You know, it's not it's more like a Play-Doh that's made and shaped. She's got a cool retro vibe. Little pair of glasses. She's in good shape. Next is a piece, I believe this is actually perhaps not Blue Mountain pottery, but Evangeline pottery perhaps, or even, I can't remember the name of the other one. It starts with an M. It's a deer figurine with the red drip glaze, and this one is actually a piece of tourism wear marked Wasaga Beach, Canada. Again, things marked with place names are tricky, Someone from Wasaga Beach would love this. Someone who likes to collect drip glaze pottery might not be happy that it has Wasaga Beach on its foot. It's a nice form though, a really nice kind of mid-century deer shape. Next, right behind the deer is a food or jelly mold. This one in the bottom has grape leaves. So this piece is in nice shape. A lot of the times these are damaged or at least heavily crazed. This one is marked Germany, GMT Co Germany with a model number. A little bit of crazing or crack damage here, but not for something of this age, still in really good condition. I actually have a collection of jelly molds, some older ones, some Canadian ones that I collected earlier in life, and I still have them. I keep them displayed on top of a cabinet so that you can see the interior designs. Next is this really fantastic Majolica, or at least brightly painted colored piece of ceramic. I was really drawn to it by the vibrant colors. There is a little bit of wear to the gold on the one edge here. Otherwise in very nice condition. This piece is from Belgium. This actually is, and I cannot say it so I'm not going to try, but it is a known pottery company from Belgium. Even the outside edge of the bowl is decorated. This is definitely intended to be used for display and not for consumption. It's actually got a spot here on the bowl for wires to hang it. There's only a little piece of wire left sticking out, but you can see the original holes here. Those are not added afterwards. Those were there when the pot was made. Next up is a little piece that when I first saw it, I wasn't really sure, but it's really grown on me. This is a lovely little bud vase. I'll give you the 360 view. With a cherub. Usually if a little creature like this has wings, it's an angel. If it doesn't have wings, it's a cherub. Angel, cherub. Generally, that's the way people will call them. There's a little flower here. He has his hand raised. I thought at first his hand might be chipped or worn, but I don't actually think it is. I think he just kind of has stumpy fingers. Lovely face. So this piece is marked Japan, and it is probably Noritake. Again, I don't know my marks that well, though I do think that this is either, I don't think that's a cherry blossom mark. I think that's a different mark. But yeah, just a really nice piece. Maybe something that I might put out for Valentine's Day, for example. So the more I looked at it, the more I liked it, which often happens actually with things. You know, when you stop to appreciate the form or the decoration, sometimes you really see something new in it. Okay. Next up is this vintage cookie jar, or cookie bin. This piece is in remarkably good condition considering it's not made from the most robust ceramic. So there is a small chip on this knob. From this side, there's no damage. From the reverse, it is decorated on all four sides. From the reverse, there is a small chip on this cookie and a small chip on the lid here. Otherwise, in really good condition. Even the basket handle or basket stub or weed handle is in very good condition. So I really like this cookie jar. I think this is a really fun vintage cookie jar. Again, quite impressive that it's in as good a shape as it is. This is marked, I'll turn it rather than the camera. This is marked ESD Japan, hand painted. Does have a model number here. This little cookie jar does have some good age. And again, really sweet, I think. Lovely for display. Next up, a Care Bear. A Care Bear. So this is Grouchy Bear. He doesn't even look that grouchy. Guess everyone was happier in the 80s. Or Grumpy Bear? Grumpy Bear. So this is a Pizza Hut glass, giveaway glass. The complete set of these glasses can go for quite a few dollars. One little grumpy guy by himself. He does have a wee bit of damage here. He's worth a few dollars. But he's more fun just to have around. He doesn't look that grumpy. I did pick up something that, upon reflection, I might not have chosen again. And that does happen sometimes. So I think I talked about how when I go to the thrift store, I'll often do a quick walk around, and if it's something I'm going to consider, I'll put it in my cart, and then before I leave, I always try to check over everything in the cart to ensure that it's in good condition. And if there's something that I've reconsidered, then I'll return it to where I found it. And this is sort of the case with this. This is a Walking Dead glass, Walking Dead TV show. And I picked it up for $1. So I don't have much invested in it. But it's I don't know, it's quite damaged, and it's also got this weird tactile feeling. Like, it's not a pleasant glass to hold in your hand. It's certainly not something that I would consider drinking from. So had I to do it over again, I probably wouldn't. I probably would have just left this behind. But live and learn. For $1. Not the end of the world. Okay. Next up is a vintage wall hanging of a koala and her baby. She looks so sweet. Hard to believe koalas carry chlamydia. I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't very nice, especially after all of the things that happened in Australia. Koalas are still really cute. And you can't catch the chlamydia from them, so it's fine. So this is a nice vintage wall hanger. Probably, again, 70s, maybe 80s. Nice wood frame. Picked it up for a couple bucks. In my last video, if you had a chance to watch that, I did say that I was starting to pick up a few albums. And the reason is as much to have something in the booth to draw people in, as much as that they're really of much value. So I've been choosing things that I really like for the cover art, or they're, maybe they're cartoons, or they're, in this case, I picked a few up that were from Broadway shows or from movies. So Mary Martin, Peter Pan, the original, woman playing a boy's role, at the time, pretty controversial, but very successful. So this album's in good shape. The record itself is in good shape. I picked that up, I think, for $1.50 plus tax. Next, South Pacific. This is a gorgeous film that today would never be made based on some of the characterizations of Native people from the South Pacific area and other things. Beautiful songs. One thing I know is the actor who played the main male character here, he wasn't actually the one singing. While I do believe the female star of the film, she did actually voice her own songs. Mitzi Gaynor. That's Mitzi. This film includes the song I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair, if anybody remembers that one. Next, Showboat. Again, another Broadway show and film that probably would be a bit problematic in the modern era. Really nice cover art, and the record's in good shape. Next, a couple of things to have in the booth for Christmas. Original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Rosemary Clooney, who is George Clooney's aunt, or was. She's passed away. Gene Autry. And great songs for Christmas. So, that concludes all of the items that I picked up in this little trip. Again, thanks for watching the videos. If there's anything here that you're interested in, please feel free to send me a comment or you can email me. My contact information should be attached to the video. You can always reach out through the website, thriftwitch.ca. And yeah, always fun to find new and interesting things at the thrift store. And I think from this haul, my favorite has to probably be either the cookie jar or the little sleeping angel. Thanks, everybody.